What's up, YouTube? It's me, Alyssa. I'm back with another video. So today we're gonna be talking about Nle Choppa, and I'm gonna say this: he seems like he's a good guy. He truly seems kind. He truly seems different from the other celebrities, but I don't know if he just wanted to make it or what. But I think he's an industry plant, or I don't know, but I just feel like a lot of the stuff he does isn't him. Like a lot of that stuff, it's not like really him. Like it's not really what he wants to do. Like how you go from 16 to 17, you making like drill music, you making trap music, you talking about I'm a menace, keep me a regular like tennis. Started this shit, I'ma finish. Who want the smoke? 2 degrees came with the smoke. I knew that boy was a hoe. Pull up with the gang, you know that I'm banging. Who wanted the smoke, nigga? This shit can get dangerous. Like how you go from that to make sure you meditate every day. You got to clear your chakras. I mean, there are some hood people that make it, and that do change, but it just didn't seem real because when he was talking about a lot of that spiritual stuff, it just seemed like all the stuff that was in the media, like about what else? Herbs and just a lot of other things. Like a lot of the stuff he was talking about was mainstream spirituality, not stuff like ego death. What else? The death of the old self, like real. I don't even want to say manifestation because I feel like that's so thrown around, but what else? Like generational curses, childhood trauma, just stuff like that. Just all the basic stuff of spirituality, like crystals, manifestation. That's like thrown around. Most people don't even know what real manifestation is. What else? Veganism, right? Just all the stuff that you first see when going vegan. I mean, not vegan, being spiritual, right? Like, and I don't even think he was really vegan for real. And I definitely don't think he's still vegan now. But when he was doing all that, like being vegan and stuff, because the thing is, most people, unless you're just like a really, really strong person, but to be that young, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think you're just gonna go vegan cold turkey. The way he did that so fast, and just out of nowhere, just cold turkey, cut off all meat, cut off all dairy, all junk food. Like, you know what I mean? Like, no one does that. Even me, like, now I eat pretty healthy, but, I'm vegan. But for me, I wasn't just, it was a process. First, I was vegetarian. Then I went vegan like 2 years in, 2 years after. But till then, I was like, all right, I'm going to try to eat cheese less. I'm going to try to eat dairy less. And then I started buying the vegan cheeses. So, it's a process. Nobody just goes vegan straight out. And then he went back into he made like one album, and it was kind of like, talking about more, just different things that will really help people. But it's like then he went back to making, the same, let's call it what it is, like low vibrational music, just talking about having sex with girls, killing people. What else? Just low vibrational stuff. Just all the stuff that all the others rap about because, they they want black people to, be hood, to just drink and smoke and have sex all day and, to go around killing and fighting people for no reason, robbing cars, they want us like, and if we see enough black people doing it, it might seem small when you're listening to someone, just some random rapper talking about, I'm gonna fuck this bitch and, I'm gonna kill this nigga. And what else? I ran up on the ox block, shot him twice. It might seem like something small, but, when you hear that all the time, and you see mostly black people doing it, you know, and you think that's the cool thing to do, then what are you going to start doing? Unconsciously, you're going to start dressing more like them. You know, you're going to start talking more like them, you know, just doing those type of things because you think it's cool. Why do you think there's so many YNs in this genre? Why do you think everyone wants to be a YN? Everyone wants to be a gangster. Why do you think that's so cool? Because that's what we see so many of these celebrities doing, talking about, right? That's what NBA YoungBoy is known for, making trap kill music, right? About selling drugs, right? You think every black guy sells, like, you know what I mean? Like, this stuff is so much deeper. So when you see these celebrities, and when you see these celebrities, you know, talking about things and doing things, you know, it is really a deeper agenda. And same thing with the Sexy Reds, Cardi B's, like, all those are industry plants. Like, I'm not saying that, like, it's nothing wrong with the woman claiming her sexuality or nothing wrong with being sexual, but, like, you know, why can't people make music about working out, eating healthy, right? You notice they never play songs like that. Or if they do play a positive song, it talks about black people struggling, racism, right? Like Tupac, he was a mainstream artist. He never talked about he made Smile, right? And then he said, the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice, right? But all he talked about mostly was black people struggling. You know, the struggle, going to prison, going to jail, you know. And Tupac was another one. I think Tupac lost his way. I don't know. But Tupac was another one. I don't know if y'all seen an old clip. They made this clip about, they showed this clip of Tupac before he started rapping and stuff. Basically, like, you know, basically his days before, you know, he became Tupac, right? When he was just his name is Tupac, I think. I think that's his real name. I don't think he's rap. But when he was Tupac and not Tupac. So they showed a video when he was talking really soft-spoken. Well, he kind of is soft-spoken, but, you know, when he raps sometimes, he be like, who wanna fuck with me? I'm a rough rider, I can't deny it. Or I'm a rider of all y'all. Like, you know what I mean? Like, hit him up. Like, call the cops when you see Tupac. Like, y'all know how Tupac can get, right? But in this video, he was talking really, really like gentle, really soft spoken, really kind, really sweet. You know, like in the high school vibe. And I'm not trying to put him in a box, but he gave the vibe, like, he seemed like in high school he was that, like, you know, nice, very nice, innocent, gentle, you know, kind person. But it's like when he started rapping, he was like, and then there was this other video where he was like, then they showed the video after that where he was like, bitch this, bitch that. Like, I don't know, man. Like, this industry is, whew. I don't know if they clone these people or they like, look, to make this money, this is what you got to do. And they say, I really think that because there's really, like, because if you don't know, like, the thing is, like, the stuff that you watch and the stuff that you listen to, it really affects you on a deeper level, you know, like, you know, that's why the world's at such a low vibration, because everything around us is low vibrational, you know, especially for black people. You know, that's why it seems like black people struggle the most, because most of the stuff out here is made to keep us in a low vibration, to keep us in that struggle mindset, to keep us in a low state, to just keep us thinking about having sex all the time, all day. And there's nothing wrong with living life, having fun. That's not what I'm saying. But, you know what I mean? It's just, it's to the point where, you know, like, you gotta, like, better yourself. You gotta take care of yourself. You know, they want us to be YN. They want us killing each other. They want us fighting, you know. They want us in unhealthy, unhappy, toxic relationships. Like, I don't know about y'all, and I'm gonna get back to Nle Choppa, but y'all ever seen something, right? Like, in real life. I don't know if I watch movies too much or what, but you ever seen something in real life and be like, dang, this is just like the movie. Like, this really is just like the movies. Or you ever seen it and you be like, why it seem like everybody going through the same thing? Or why it seem like this person going, like, I feel like I've seen this so many times. You ever seen something like that? I'm gonna just tell the story time, and then I'm gonna go back to Nle Choppa. But I remember one time I was working at this job, and there was this guy, and there was this girl around, and I'm just, just listening to another day at work, and she just mad, like she really like just tapping her foot, just like doing that, and she's like, the guy just talking, cracking jokes, and she's like, so who's this girl? Like, who's that girl you with? Like, something, like, I swear to God, like, something you would see in the movies. Like, who's this girl? And he trying to play it off. Like, well, who are you talking about? Like, what you talking about? Like, I don't know no girl. Like, just stuff like that. Like, I swear, like, I don't know. I can't name the movies, but, like, ain't that, like, something you see in the movies? Like, I'm telling y'all, this stuff, it's really crazy. Like, and yeah, so that's that with Nle Choppa. So after that, that's that about the movies. I mean, back to Nle Choppa though. So then after that, the spiritual stuff that quickly died down, and I didn't keep up with him too much, but he was on that wave for a little bit. Then he got back to his old self, basically. Well, not old self, but yeah. Then he got off, stopped talking about spirituality, and just went back to making regular stuff, like regular music, all type of stuff. And it's like now he tries to. Now I think they got him playing this Tupac character. Like, I guess they're trying to get him to be more like Tupac. I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up dying, because if he ends up dying soon, because you know what I mean. Like, it's just weird. Like, he has his head shaved off now, and now he's like making a lot of music to Tupac beats. Like, I don't know what the agenda is, but it's just, it's like you can just, it just, like, when he talks, like when I hear him talk, it just seems very forced, and like he's trying to come off as like someone who's like, I don't know, like you can tell, like someone who's just, I don't know the word I'm looking for. I don't know, but I was just watching this one video about him, and I think they asked him about Christianity, and he said, "Let me just try to say this as intelligently as possible." And just the faces he was making, and the voice, and the way he was talking, I'm like, "You trying too hard." Like, you could just tell, like it just be seeming like sometimes they tell these celebrities, you're gonna act like this, you're gonna do this, you're gonna make music like this, you're gonna even dress like this, right? Because I don't know if y'all know, but sometimes people will look up to certain celebs so much that they'll start wanting to dress like them, act like them, be like them. And, if enough people look up to these celebrities at once, they all want to dress like them, all want to act like them. Like, this stuff is so much deeper. And I think Nle Choppa is one of them. But to be honest, I think most people who are big in the industry are controlled, are very controlled, and they go through a lot to be in it, and it's all to just influence the minds of the youth, and to just control how we think and keep us at a low vibration, to stop us from really knowing ourselves. But I think that's all. Yeah, it's very interesting because it's like they always have Nle Choppa just becoming something else, or just being like someone else. I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up dying soon. I don't know why, because now they got him playing this Tupac character. It's weird, but that's it for this video, y'all.